to it. So here is the Berthier reload with no traits.
Yeah, we let
So
it just run once.
yeah. Okay, so that cycled through the whole thing there. So like what we saw at the start was the emptying the 3 rounds and then the full reload, and then going through the reload when there's still a round left in the weapon. So go
Yeah,
through it once more.
it's like surprisingly fast when you do that, right? Like so, it just like a super clip reload with the Mosin, just a little bit faster even than that.
Yeah.
So, which means you can actually in practice have a very high rate of fire with this gun continuously, as it just basically quickly insert like another 3 rounds once you're finished.
Yeah. So and then we go from here, and I'm going to kind of do this a little bit slower so that we can kind of see things. So it's going to fire off 2 shots, and then do a reload of the manual reload of the clip. So there's 1 and 2, and here we have the reload of the clip itself, and you
So
notice
like,
the bullet fly off.
which allows us to just insert like the magazine rather quickly.
And
Now
there
the
you see
interesting,
it. There was an interesting bit there. So there you see it with 2 unspent rounds in the clip.
yeah, so basically one kicks out as you open, and the other one is being thrown out together with the on block clip, just to make room so you can insert the new one.
Yeah. So
All right,
finish it off, and that's that.
let's have a look at it when you actually do have bullet grubber.
This, I think maybe this is the same video again. Yes, it is. So we'll skip on to the next one. Sorry about that. So this is with bullet grubber.
Since here again, like first example, just 1 round remaining, so you can snatch it over the air, put the new block in, and ready to go. Kind of like as you would have expected. The interesting part is here, 2 rounds left. So you first catch the round, then you catch the actual
Second
magazine.
round.
So you
Yeah.
save both rounds and just put like a new fresh clip in.
That's pretty awesome, and that's where we go. That's what we were talking about with the importance of bullet grubber. With this, you gain such a much more versatility out of bullet grubber with this weapon. And like we'll go through it there once more again, just so everyone can see it. I see a lot of people in chat going, "That is awesome," and quite a sexy reload animation. And I have to agree, it is looking pretty good.
There's a question about whether the Berthier is a medium slot weapon. No, it's not. It's a full-sized rifle, so it's stock, long barrel, everything. So it's on the same level as the Mosin and the Lebel rifle, but it basically just offers you a different play style with it. So think of it as variety within that family, just like, for example, there's variety between the Sparks and the Martini Henry.
Yeah. So anyway, let's move on to the next part, and we talk about ammo switching.
Yeah, so this is
So
actually like one of the most interesting things about this
yeah,
gun because, we have the rule in the game at the moment where we say we only really allow ammo switching if you have a single shot weapon, right? You press the X button, you can toggle between 2 types of ammunition if you pre-equip them, and that gives those weapons flexibility. Now, the interesting part about the Berthier rifle is that in order for you to kind of load anything new into it, you have to fully empty it. And that opens up the opportunity for us to actually make this the first rifle that has more than 1 round that can actually swap ammunition.
yeah,
So this is really where this weapon shines, as it can give you flexibility on a level that like a Sparks or Martini Henry bring, but it does so by having multiple rounds to fire in the same weapon.
yeah.
And this is really the differentiating factor that really sets this weapon apart, besides obviously like smaller deviations in damage, recoil, control, fire rate, that type of stuff. But this is the functionality that really sets this apart.
Yeah. So yeah, this clip, I'm just the fact that we've added this with a rifle is just like, yeah, this is amazing in my opinion. So the one extra point there, just that the clip must be removed before you perform a reload to switch to the other ammo types.
Yeah, that's also the reason why like swapping ammo types. Obviously, there's like an animation if you press the button. Actually, takes a little bit longer than on the other weapons, just because it has to go through this process. It has to do so more carefully because what we don't want is that by pressing the X button to swap ammo type, you actually are suffering from losing ammunition, right? That like the weapons, they usually don't have that many rounds anyways. So for just swapping between the 2 types, you make sure that nothing is lost. But that means everything has to happen at a much slower speed so that you don't like let go of the bullet and kind of catch everything properly. Not as much as in style as it is for the bullet grabber animations, but still so that you kind of like put everything that is in the gun into your pockets and then reload it with the other type.
Mm.
So swapping ammo types can take a little bit longer, much longer than if you were to go through like the normal reload process. But it is one way for obviously like for you to kind of like top up the weapon by unloading everything, swapping ammo types, and then swapping them again in order to be there with a full round. But I guess in this case, you probably would have already reloaded anyways.
Yeah.
It takes quite some time.
Yeah, I see a few people in the chat going, "Oh, possible new favorite and the long rifles coming into play here." So it'll be interesting to see exactly once everyone gets their hands on it, exactly how they feel about it. And again, like we always say, we love the feedback you guys give us, so make sure you give us lots of it once it's gone onto the test server. And I think one of the last points I think we have on this it would be the ammo types that actually come with it. So obviously we've mentioned, it has the first rifle that has the ability to switch between ammo types. So let's see what is available.
Now, when it comes to the ammo types, I mean, the Berthier rifle is shooting exactly or firing the exact same round as the Lebel, like historically mechanically, right? Like it's the same French like origin cartridge that's being used for that. It just obviously has a different performance because it's being shot from a different gun, like different barrel length, like the way it can kind of like build up power as it goes through, etc. So that means also that it has the same custom ammo types as the Lebel. That's primarily it's going to be the Spitzer ammunition as well as the incendiary ammunition.
And there we go. There's all three of them.
Yeah, and so basically that means you get them like in packs of 6 with a total capacity of extra 12, obviously. Then keep in mind though that on the weapon, like the first you're priming a round, basically, whatever you choose first is the one that's loaded into the weapon by default. So that one actually gets like an additional reload inside the weapon. So you will not have 6/6, you will actually have 9/6, depending on which ones you choose. As like the extra capacity is always the same, plus then whatever's loaded for the initial round.